Movies, TV, sports, flicks. Movies, TV, sports, flicks. Movies, TV, sports, flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Movies, TV, sports, flicks. Movies, TV, sports, flicks. Movies, TV, sports, flicks.
The Captain Talk Flicks.
Welcome to the Captain Talk Flicks podcast. I'm your host, the Captain Cortez, aka Mr. Love, and this is where we talk flicks. I welcome the podcast where we, the Captain, talks about movies, TV, sports, flicks, anything you see on the tube or screen. I like to get in here and give my unique perspective, because after 46 years of being on planet Earth, I've developed a unique perspective about this movies, TV, sports, and flicks. I think I can tell you about it, because just maybe you care. And according to the stats, looks like you do care. I want to give a big shout out to Lithuania. Got some plays over in Lithuania this past week. Gracias, gratitude, Todoraba, and Lithuania. I heard about your potato pancakes. Yeah, I heard about them. I heard they're fantastic. I heard they're magnificent. I heard you have some magnificent potato pancakes. So one of these days when I'm in Lithuania, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have some potato pancakes. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So awesome. Thanks for listening. Appreciate that. And just FYI, back then went to school to be a radio DJ, but I never got a job. And I think I never got a job because I just didn't have the pizzazz. If I would have had the pizzazz, that would have enabled me to become a radio DJ, but I didn't. And it allowed me to become the greatest podcaster in the Matrix. Something to debate, might be true, might not be true, but I said it on the internet, so it's gotta be true, right? Because everything on the internet is facts, true, false, propaganda, the Matrix, the Truman Show, G.I. Joe, Transformers, tennis, basketball, football, MMA, baseball, badminton. I don't know. I didn't make the internet. Ask the people that made the internet. So when you're online, just beware, just watch out. Anyways, I can ramble here all day, but I won't. Let's get right into the podcast. But first, a word from our sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, we live such busy lives. Busy doing this, doing that, going there, going here, talking, standing, eating, moving, sweating, cold, going to the bathroom, making food, writing, typing, doing all types of stuff. Always so busy. You know what you might need? You might just need to take a break and stop. Stop and do some meditation. So if you're into that, if you want to stop and do some meditation, sometimes sitting on the hard floor is uncomfortable. So you got hard floor, I can't meditate, bro. The floor is so hard. But guess what? If your excuse is the floor is too hard, we have a meditation pillow for you over at the Existing Fictions House store. So when you get into meditation, your butt and behind is very comfortable. So no excuses, bro. Get that pillow and meditate. And on this pillow, you'll find a frog. Because nothing says meditation like a frog. Frogs and meditation go hand in hand. I don't know how, but they do. So if you want a meditation pillow with a frog on it, go to the Existing Fictions House store, I'll put the link below. Now, let's get on the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I am back again. But did you think I wouldn't show up? I always show up. I'm always showing up. Somehow, some way, I woke up and I showed up. I'm here. And I just got done putting in 3 hours of cleaning and decluttering. Going through things, dusting, throwing things away. Like 3 hours, bro. I had YouTube inspirational videos in the background. And I was cleaning and dusting and looking at stuff from like 6 years ago. Like, I still got this. There was just so much old stuff. I had to go through this stuff like, hey, look at this, look at that. Oh, I remember that. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I remember this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did all that for like 3 hours. Then after that, after decluttering and cleaning, I did a little bit of dance. Put on a little UK grime music and just danced and boogied. Sweated, boogied, had a drink and just danced. And now here I am, podcasting. It's time to podcast. It is time to talk about my favorite franchise of all time. And if you've been listening to this podcast before, you know what it is. If you've listened to this before, you know what it is. But if you don't know, my favorite franchise of all time is the one, the only, Star Trek. Beat me up, Scotty. Boldly go where no one's been before. The line must be drawn here. No further. So yeah, I'm gonna talk Star Trek. And this week, Star Trek is back on the tube. New Star Trek is back. So yeah, Star Trek is back. Lower Decks is back. Episode 1, Season 3. Grounded. Yeah, it's back. And I saw it. The show is so great. The show is funny and it's great. It's fantastic. It was so good to have Trek back on TV. Because it's only been like 3 weeks or a month or something like that. But it felt like forever. It felt like it'd been forever. Because we got so spoiled with Trek being on so much. Like Trek was on for like 7-8 months straight. No breaks. It was so awesome. And there was a break. I was like, oh, it's a break. But it's cool because it's back. And let me tell you, this episode was fantastic. This episode had a lot of Easter eggs in it. Real quick, before I go deep, there will be spoilers. And also, just to let you know, I do have some shares in the parent company of Star Trek. Want to let you know that for clear transparency. I love Star Trek so much, I got some shares. So anyways, just want to tell you that. And now let me go on with the podcast. So anyways, there's a lot of Easter eggs. And they picked up on the story from the season 2 finale. Because Mariner's mom, she got accused of doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing. Now, of course, we know she didn't do it. But they were unclear. They took her, they grabbed her, they cuffed her and stuffed her. And said, hey, you come on with us. And that's how they left it last season. So this season, episode 1, Grounded, they pick right back up. And so that's what happens. Now I could go into the whole story and all the details and Easter eggs, but I'm not. When I watch these episodes of Trek, I like to take a certain aspect of it and go deep. Now you think you can go deep on Discovery. You can go deep on Strange New Worlds. You can go deep in Picard. But Captain, you're not going deep in the cartoon. There is no way you're going deep in Lower Decks. How are you going to do that? You can't. It's impossible. It's a cartoon. The other ones, yes, we understand, but you're not going deep in Lower Decks. There's no way. How could you do that? It's a cartoon. It's for kids, bro. It's funny. You ain't going deep. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going deep. I'm going deep. Here we go. Let's go right now. We're going deep like a Navy SEAL. Just because it's a cartoon don't mean we can't go deep. Let's go deep. So, in this episode, Mariner's mom's in trouble. At least seemingly trouble. She could be in trouble. She may be in trouble. It appears that she's in big trouble. And Mariner, the daughter, who's always at odds with her mom, always arguing, fighting, deep down, she loves her mom immensely. Deep down, Mariner loves her mom so much, despite all the arguing and fighting. She loves her mom. She would do absolutely anything for her mom. And in this episode, we see that. Because Mariner said, you know what? This justice system, this Starfleet justice system, it's not moving fast enough. I don't trust it. I don't trust the system. It's not moving fast enough. I need my mom to be free. I need to take care of my mom. So Mariner says, hey, you know what? I'm taking control of this situation. I got my mom's back to the fullest. This system not going fast enough. I don't trust it. I'm going to do some things to help my mom out. And in the process of doing these things, Mariner's like, I don't care about the rules. I don't care about the regulations. I don't care how much trouble I can get to. I don't even care about all that. This is my mom, and I want to take care of her and do all I can to help my mom out. And this is what Mariner does. Mariner makes some bad choices in order to help her mom, right? Mariner say, I don't care, bro. I love my mom that much, and I will make some bad choices despite that because I love her that much. And that's what happens. And in the show, she does some things that she probably shouldn't have been doing to help her out because she loves her that much, right? Now, you guys out there, I've talked about this before a few times about Star Trek. Is there any human being out there that you would do virtually anything to help this person out? I have experienced that. I talked about that in the past. I've talked about in the past how there's a lot of places I would go to help this person out that I probably wouldn't have done previously because I had that much love for this human being. And that's what Mariner did. And I'm sure a lot of you human beings out there with families, wives, girlfriends, husbands, significant others, whatever, can relate and understand that. Your family members in trouble. Your brother's in trouble. Your sister's in trouble. Your cousin's in trouble. Your grandma's in trouble. Your friend's in trouble. Your blah, 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 et cetera, in trouble. What are you willing to do to help them out? Yeah, that's where they went. they show that Mariner's like willing to do whatever it takes to help her mom out because she loves her mom that much, bro. Like, seriously, that's the power of love. And Trek has visited that a few different times the last few years. A few of the episodes of the other shows, I have spoken on the same subject. It's just because these shows, these Star Trek shows, it's about space. It's about Starfleet. It's about boldly going where we never went before. But essentially, they're human stories. It's about being human. It's about love. It's about tolerance. It's just about just being a great, fantastic human being. It's about exploring the infinite possibilities of human experience. This is what goes down in Trek. Emotions, feelings. This is where we go in Trek. And this is where they went in Lower Decks. At least that's what I saw. Now, of course, in the process of the story, there's a lot of funny things. There's a lot of Easter eggs. They went to Cisco's restaurant down in Louisiana. I think it's Louisiana. His father's restaurant. Yeah, I forgot the name of it. I think it's Cisco's. I always wanted to eat there. So there's a lot of Easter eggs in the show. Just check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you're a hardcore Trek fan, you'll see him. Like, oh, yeah. I love that hot sauce, that Ketracel white hot sauce. I got a kick out of that. I was saying, like, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that hot sauce. Episode was dope. It was fantastic. I'm glad Trek is back. And somehow, some way, the captain found a way to go deep. Even though it's comedy, even though it's cartoon, we still went deep. Because we go deep with Trek. Because Trek just sparks the mind, sparks the ideas, sparks the thoughts. So beautiful. So anyways, that's all I want to talk about this week. Lower Decks, grounded. And until next time, we'll see. You are never really playing an opponent. You are playing yourself, your own highest standards, and when you reach your limits, that is real joy. Arthur Ashe. Until next time, it's Captain Peace.
The Captain Talks Flicks.